The Lakers are really starting to stink it up at this point, and I think the King is the reason why. Now, I'm not trying to unload on LeBron James like I'm Skip Bayless, but hear me out. There's many things wrong with the Lakers. They don't have the shooters, and the ones that can't shoot don't do it consistently. Their bench is often a mess, their coach is borderline trolling half the time, and LeBron was injured for a good portion of the season, along with a lot of his teammates. However, my point is LeBron ain't exactly always providing solutions to the problems with the Lakers either. Sometimes he's just adding more fuel to the fire. And it's gonna look real bad if and when they miss the playoffs, as he's about to prove a lot of haters right. Even I once wrote an article about how LeBron needs to go to the West to prove that he didn't just dominate a weak conference. Silly me, I thought he would get it together as maybe a 5th seed and make noise in the playoffs, but now it seems like his team is a wreck and his team's against him, and it seems like he's not exactly on board with them either. And he's looking to miss the playoffs for the first time since the early 2000s. Not a good look. Okay, so first things first, I know they were around the 4th seed for a while before his injury, I get that, and I know they haven't really all been healthy at any point in this season, but saying if they had remained healthy they would stay in the 4th seed is a risky call. They were barely ahead of the teams below them, and a lot of those teams in the West have greatly improved over the course of the season. The Kings, the Clippers, who are supposed to be tanking by the way, the Timberwolves, Spurs, etc. But also, the problems with the Lakers have persisted this entire season even when they were winning. They were almost always horrible on defense, and LeBron is not only partly to blame for that, but mainly to blame for that. Now you got the argument of caring so much on the offensive end and he's older now, but come on man, somebody's gonna call this guy out on this. Maybe he should reconsider caring so much on offense because the young guys are actually doing well with the ball in their hands, but again, LeBron's desire to remain shapeless and not conform to one role on offense will continue to derail his team's ability to excel to its fullest potential. I mean, if he relaxed a little bit more on offense, he might actually have more energy to play defense. And I think as a result, as the self-proclaimed leader, inspire his teammates to play more defense as well. Instead, he's taking 10 minutes off during every game to rest on the defensive end, and if he's really that tired, old, injured, and carrying that much of a load, I mean, this team never really had a chance to begin with, which is a debate in and of itself. There's also the mid-season debacle that started with trade rumors for Anthony Davis to then all the young players being thrown onto the trading block for Anthony Davis. Of course, that deal didn't go through and it hurt the team significantly, and more, it left LeBron looking hella bad. Then his comments afterwards during post-games talking about how you gotta be professional and be mentally tough to play here. That's not helping anyone, LeBron, especially right after you spent the entire season telling your teammates they were your brothers. LeBron has always posited passive-aggressive, cryptic, strange comments throughout his career through rough patches on different teams, but this season it seems different. Cause then it seemed like LeBron was trying to fix the problem, and now it seems like LeBron is one of the problems. Finally, LeBron has consistently failed to close out games this season, and especially earlier on in the season, and I mean it makes me think that Skip Bayless and Rob Parker were right all along. LeBron's inability to take over and close out what seem like unimportant games will indeed come to haunt the Lakers' playoff chances, and they have. And maybe that's the problem. All these media people, his friends and inner circle and analysts seem too afraid to say anything. All these people are constantly harkening back to his numbers and his triple doubles and his terrible coach and terrible teammates and forgetting to even consider LeBron as part of the problem. To me, missing the playoffs this year is more damning not because of his team he's on or the external circumstances, it's because he's without a doubt a part of the problem, whether a small part or not, but even more, he doesn't realize he's a part of the problem. At the end of the day, people can make as many excuses as they want for him, but I don't think this team's that bad. I don't think his coach is that bad, although I don't think he's that good, and I think they should be in the playoffs even considering the games he's missed. But they have been consistently inconsistent, and in moments where LeBron had the opportunity to take over and make up for those inconsistencies, he hasn't. Assuming they do in fact miss the playoffs, I think this is going to end up being a black mark on his career. Now don't get me wrong, he's still an all-time great and it doesn't do much to change that, but it's a black mark nonetheless. Of course, that's just my quick take on the situation. Do you think I'm too harsh on LeBron James, or do you agree that he's getting away without enough blame? Let me know in the comments, but until next time, this has been Speculation Corner.